Smart is a very well-known framework. We all know that, right? But I'm
Yep.
gonna get into a workshop mode now, right?
I
Shall
love
we
it.
take a stab at peeling the smart framework once and looking at how does a learning goal look like in a smart avatar, I would say. What do you think?
Oh, I love that. No, that's perfect. Let's talk about this. So, again,
Cool.
I've used SMART Goal formula for 20 years. It's simple. It really provides a clear direction, accountability, and measurable outcomes, and that's what helps
Hmm.
gets us focused and aligned with business priorities. And then we're
Hmm.
really capable of delivering tangible results. Okay. Bottom
Hmm.
line is
Hmm.
employees should not be guessing about
Hmm.
what they're doing and how they're expected to do it. So
Yeah.
working with people is really critical. So first thing I
Hmm.
want you to do is get really specific. You want to write
Hmm.
down what exactly needs to happen, who's involved, and why it's important. You want
Hmm.
to be able
Hmm.
to measure it. You want to decide how success will be tracked. And again, we're going back to use your metrics, use your
Yep.
KPIs. What are those measurable indicators that are going to show us that movement?
Yep.
The next thing is it achievable? Right? Confirm
Hmm.
that the goal is realistic and that this person is going to have the available resources and time to actually execute on it. And it's
Hmm.
also connected to the relevancy of connecting the goal to the broader organizational priority. If you realize this is not a priority today, then you may want to pivot and try another goal.
Hmm.
So don't be
Hmm.
afraid to
Hmm.
pivot along the way. And last but not
Hmm.
least, is put a timestamp on it. Okay,
Hmm.
set a clear deadline for delivery, for completion, so that there is an absolute clear deadline to get to done. All right.
Hmm. Hmm.
We have
Hmm.
included a SMART goal template for all of us to practice using. But I have a question for you. Can you share with me an example of one of your specific organizational goals, and I'll help
Oh,
you
okay.
apply the formula. So, yeah, what are your
Cool.
thoughts?
So we're going to take an organizational goal and transform into a learning goal, right? Cool. So
That
let's
sounds
think
good. Yeah, what would
about,
you like?
let's say, increasing the customer satisfaction by 15% by the end of the year, which is
All right.
2025. So let's say we're starting in January 2025 and we'll finish by December 2025. And the objective
Yep.
is to increase the customer satisfaction by 15%, which you're measuring through the NPS measurement, right?
Yeah, I like that a lot, right? Oftentimes goals, they could be an entire year. This is a
Hmm.
perfect one. So we want to get
Hmm.
specific. Let's break it down. Let's get
Hmm.
specific. So you're going to want to train all your customer service reps in advanced
Hmm.
communication, conflict
Hmm.
resolution skills, other
Hmm.
areas
Hmm.
where you kind of see where they're going to have the most impact. You want to sit
Hmm.
down and say to yourself, what are the customer satisfaction scores today? And
Hmm.
where do you want them to increase to? So,
Hmm.
where are your customer service scores today? What
Hmm.
percentage?
Let's say 70%.
Okay. So, realistically, you want to move that needle 70% to say 80% or
Yeah,
85%. And you want to be
85%.
very, very clear on what that is. So that way,
Hmm.
over the course of the year, you can start to track that in your
Hmm.
learning management system, in your customer
Hmm.
satisfaction scores. You want
Hmm.
to make sure this goal is achievable. Okay. You
Hmm.
want to
Hmm.
say to yourself, okay, what am I going to do to ensure these folks can get what they need? So I would
Hmm.
recommend implementing a 12-week training program with role playing scenarios, real time feedback
Hmm.
sessions, coaching sessions, so that they have a chance over time to really develop this skill. Now, this is the
Yeah.
key part. You need to ensure you're telling the relevance to that employee. Why is it
Hmm.
important, right? You mentioned
Hmm.
earlier, what's in it for me?
What's in it
This
for them?
training will directly support our company priorities of improving customer retention and loyalty.
Hmm.
And potentially, if they're customer service reps, it also may be a part of their how they make their commission, right? So
Yeah.
putting the relevance in there is really critical. And then you want to say, okay, how often are we going to focus on ensuring we get there? So the training
Hmm.
program will launch Q1. Our
Hmm.
satisfaction scores will be tracked quarterly, and we want to achieve 15% increase by the year end. So let's put
Hmm.
it all together. That seems like a lot
Hmm.
of parts, but it's actually
Yeah.
really tiny once you get it through. So here's my
Hmm.
recommendation. By
Hmm.
December 31st, we will increase customer satisfaction scores by 15% through a
Hmm.
targeted training program for all customer service reps on an
Hmm.
advanced communication and conflict resolution, and we will measure it by post-training surveys and customer satisfaction scores. And that's it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Now,
Cool.
don't be afraid as you go along. If you need to tweak the goal a little bit, tweak the goal a little
Always.
bit. Don't be afraid to do that, friends, because we don't want to keep things static or stagnant.